Bill Gates is a successful programmer, entrepreneur, investor, and philanthropist, and he is an example of a strong leader. Bill Gates was born in Seattle, Washington on October 28, 1955. He attended Lakeside School and afterwards he enrolled in Harvard with hopes of becoming a lawyer and following in his dad's footsteps. However, he spent much more time in the computer lab and after 2 years made the decision to drop out. He partnered with Paul Allen, who he had met during his time at Lakeside, and they ended up starting the trillion-dollar company Microsoft. Today, Gates spends his time focused on the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. He and his wife developed this foundation to help increase opportunities for those in need and eliminate global inequalities. They have donated over $36 billion to the foundation in order to make real change happen globally. Gates hired those who he thought would help reach his vision, and he wasn't afraid to change his mind if someone made a convincing argument. He would admit he was wrong and give credit where it was due. I think this emphasizes that Bill Gates was honest, loyal, and respectful, all of which are necessary to be ethical. There's no doubt that Bill Gates is inspirational. He had a vision of every desktop in every home having a computer, and he worked to make that happen. His employees were willing to work long hours because they wanted to be part of making Gates' vision a reality. Today, Bill Gates continues to inspire others with his generous donations to help those in need and make a difference around the world. Gates achieved his vision, and he did so by focusing on key goals using a method called the OKR method. This method stands for objectives, what someone wants to accomplish, and key results, the plan to get the task done. Gates uses this method to make sure he's focusing his time on realistic goals because he says having a mission is not enough. You need a concrete objective, and you need to know how you're going to get there. Confident is another word to describe Gates. At one point, he and Allen promised the company MITS a computer program that could run on their Altair computers. But the thing is, they hadn't created such a product. On top of that, they didn't even own an Altair computer to work with. Despite this, they were confident that they would have the program up and running in time for their demonstration with MITS, and they did. At a young age, Gates was able to secure deals with companies such as IBM, which exemplifies his strong interpersonal skills, which are necessary to be an effective leader. His strong interpersonal skills allowed Gates to motivate his employees, speak to massive crowds, and create relationships with influential leaders around the world. Bill Gates is very competent in many different areas, such as business, software programming, and managing people, to name a few. Gates says the vision is really about empowering workers, giving them all the information about what's going on so they can do a lot more than they've done in the past. He understands computers and how to program them, but he also understands people and how to keep them motivated to get work done. Gates had a big vision, and with that was a whole lot of passion. He loved computers ever since he first got to play with one, and that love is what led him to start Microsoft. In the early years of the company, he never took a single day off, and that signifies how dedicated and passionate he truly was towards the company. Bill Gates is empathetic. Both him and his wife recognize that there are so many people out there that are unable to fulfill their potential due to who their parents are or where they grew up. Therefore, they donate their time and resources to help those in need. Being in the tech industry, Bill Gates learned to be adaptive right from the start. At one point, Apple released a new software for their users that had a graphical user interface, and that intrigued many people. Bill Gates knew that he had to find a way to adapt his software so that also had a graphical user interface. Otherwise, he knew he was going to lose customers to Apple. This led to the creation of Windows, one of the most popular operating systems around the globe. When dealing with a problem, Bill Gates asks two questions: who has dealt with this problem well, and what can I learn from them? He has faced an innumerable amount of problems during his lifetime, and this approach is how he solves the issues that come up. He can take his past experiences and what he learned from others and adapt it to help the current situation and find a solution. Some say Bill Gates is an autocratic or transformational or visionary leader, but I think he embodies them all. One thing that's for sure is that he is one effective leader who knew how to get things done. A leader is someone who motivates and guides others to reach a common goal. An effective leader strives to be compelling and maximize the potential of the group. I think Bill Gates fits this definition. Microsoft started off small with 11 employees, and they had a lot to accomplish and not many resources. Bill Gates was able to inspire his employees with his big goals and dedication. He would look at every single line of code before a new software product shipped, and his passion motivated his employees. Gates knew what his company needed and utilized the strengths of his employees to help the company move forward. He had one employee, Andrea Lewis, work on documentation for Microsoft software since he knew she was an excellent technical writing. Additionally, Bob O'Reilly helped rework code because he was great with math. By knowing his employees and using their unique skills and strengths, Bill Gates was able to accomplish his vision. I think Bill Gates is a strong leader. Thank you.